Okay, this game was played in the Midwest Masters, which was in what city every year?
Midwest Masters?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Columbus?
Ooh, that's pretty good. Starts with a C.
I don't know.
Chicago. This was in 1987 when I was 17. When I was 17, it says I was 23:45, so that must have been FIDE, especially since it ends in a 5. Man, it looks terrible up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I'm black, so let me flip. Flip, 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 Adelphia. This is against Eric Fischvogt. He's a master from the west side of Michigan, if you can believe that. Possibly Grand Rapids. So it's a French defense. So Kieran's paying attention with bated breath.
No, I'm going to pay attention, but hang on 1 second. There's some kind of gas down there.
Okay. Then he played knight c3, and I played the Winnower. What move is the Winnower variation?
Let's see. Bishop f4. No, bishop, I'm sorry. Bishop b4.
Bishop
I
b4.
said F.
Not only were you right, but your move was legal. Now, e5 is the main move. What move did Fischer play against my dad?
Darn, I'm not going to remember.
It wasn't the main move, e5. He played Fischer's variation.
I don't know.
a3.
All right.
Okay, so he played knight e2. That's an offbeat kind of move. Okay, now one of the main lines is to take, and then after a3, you can either take this or go back to e7. I've actually taken and gone back to e7. But in this game, I played knight e7. Because the knight's, being blocked by the bishop, I'm just going to save my bishop. But I don't want to play knight f6 because he'll play e5 attacking my knight. Okay, he played a3, and I saved my bishop. That way his knight here looks sort of silly. b4, I played bishop b6. The engine says equal or black is slightly better. He played e5. Engine's not too happy about that. a5, getting some space on the queen's side, threatening to take. Rook b1, doesn't like that. I traded, now I have the a file. Hooray, go Ben. I castled. He played knight to g3, so he could get his bishop out. I played knight c6 again. See, I like that. Knight c6 threatening his d-pawn.
I told you like that.
Yeah, see how I threatened his d-pawn?
Yeah.
Yeah. He played knight back to e2, confusing the audience. And I played knight g6. The engine wants me to play f6, but never play f6. b5, knight a5. My knight has c4. My knight has f4, h4. And his position doesn't make any sense. Pushing all of his pawns, all his pieces on the back row. Knights are tripping over each other, etc. Knight f4, c5, engine approved. c3, takes. Now this is permanently weak. My knight has the c4 square, and he doesn't have any attack on my king. Knight c4, bishop e2. The engine wants him to take it, but it still says I have a big advantage. Bishop check. Now you see if he plays bishop to d2, then I can take his knight and his bishop's pinned. So he can't play bishop d2. So he has to play king f1. Then I went back to b6. He went back here and we agreed to a draw. No.
No.
He played knight h5. Now, Karen, you've been watching the game. Which knight's the king knight? Which is the queen knight?
I don't know.
This knight went here. And
Okay.
this knight went knight c3, knight here, knight here. So they're where they're supposed to be.
That's what I thought with the h5.
I played bishop d7, g3, rook a5 attacking the pawn. The engine wants me to play rook a2. Thanks a2, r2, p2 for the sub.
Yay.
He took my knight finally. The engine says this is the worst move in chess history. Now, If you remember in the 70s, one of the problems that chess computers had was the horizon effect, as I've discussed on stream many times. The computer saw a certain number of ply ahead, which wasn't very much. It was like 1 or 2.
Right.
And then what it would do is this, and this is what he did. Let's say you're losing a knight by force. The engine would give a pawn up for nothing because it didn't see it was losing the knight after that, because it couldn't see that far ahead. Then after you take the pawn, the engine's like, damn, I'm losing a knight. Then it gives another pawn away. Then when you take the pawn, it says, damn, I'm losing a knight. Now, engines today would be like, that loses a knight and 2 pawns instead of a knight. So this is what he did. He said, darn, I'm going to lose my pawn. And the engine says, too bad. King G2, H4, you lose the pawn. He didn't want to lose the pawn right away, so he took this knight. Then I can't take the pawn. Then when I take, he's like, damn, I'm going to lose my pawn. Okay, but this is much worse. Now, this is how bad strategically this is. The engine says I'm up 1.3 here, and here it says I'm up 4. It's like he lost a whole piece because he gave up his white squared bishop with all of his pawns on dark squares. So he needs that white square bishop to defend the white squares. Once I eliminate this pawn, then my bishop has c6. So this, and I have a passed pawn now. This pawn's weaker because I have open line to it. So this is an incredibly bad move strategically. And my opponent's a master. Also, he's watched the stream before. A couple years ago, he said hi. Okay. He played knight takes g7 because instead of losing the pawn, he'll lose a piece and get an attack. Now, what's funny is the engine says I should play bishop takes b5. It doesn't want me to take this because he'll play knight here check, and his knight will come in here, and his queen will come in here. And I did play bishop takes b5 because this knight's not really threatening me. And this pawn's hanging. And I've won the pawn. I have 2 passed pawns, and his knight's still attacked. He played knight h5. I still don't know which knight is which. Now here I played the most obvious move, which the engine says is correct. Also, knight takes e5 is good because he can't take my knight because of the pin. But I just play queen takes d4. Now I'm threatening checkmate. I'm threatening queen takes queen check. This pawn's going to fall. I have 2 passed pawns on the queen side. And his attack isn't adding up to a hill of beans in this world. Yeah. And you know which chess player first wrote those notes? His attack doesn't add up to a hill of beans? Come on, Karen.
I don't know.
Damn. I mean, it's a joke, but it's a really good joke.
Which character says something about a hill of
Which
beans?
grandmaster said his attack doesn't add up to a hill of beans these days?
Oh, okay. Let me think. Beans. Grandmaster.
A hill of beans.
Oh, a hill?
It's a movie quote.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, Capablanca. Very good, Bonarici. Yeah. It's from Casablanca.
Oh.
In the movie Casablanca, he says this doesn't add up to a hill of beans. So Capablanca is the answer.
I didn't remember that.
And Bonarici got it. Amazing. Okay. It's Archer. Let's see how smart Archer is.
I told him I'd make some hot chocolate.
What opening is this? Just from looking at the pawn structure and stuff.
I don't know.
You can guess.
I don't know.
That's your guess? You don't know?
Yeah.
French
Yes.
defense.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
By the way, he moved his knights. This knight went here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And this knight went here, and here, then here, then here, then here, then here. So this is actually his queen knight, and this is his, yeah. Actually, I don't know which knight's which.
Wow.
But I have the 2 bishops, and I'm threatening mate and 1 on his queen.
Okay.
What did you need? Hot chocolate?
No.
Oh, because you can make hot chocolate according to your mom.
No, I just came down here to see what you guys were doing.
Oh, yeah, and then I have to go pick Holden up soon.
Your mom got really mad she couldn't solve a puzzle, so she broke the monitor.
Oh, was that from earlier?
Yeah, you might knock the table broke.
Oh yeah.
That fell on the floor and broke. Yeah.
Dang.
By the way, Humphrey Bogart was a good chess player, considering that was a Humphrey Bogart quote. Now, Karen will name 3 other actors in the movie Casablanca. Humphrey Bogart. We need 3 more.
I can try.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Let's see, Casablanca. So Ingrid Bergman.
Correct.
Is Sydney Greenstreet in that one?
Correct.
Do I have to do one more?
Yeah.
Um,
You haven't named the best actor in the movie yet.
I know there's this German guy
That's also correct.
that was in a lot of Fritz Lang movies. Darn. I don't know.
Well, Peter Lorre is one the chat
Peter
gave.
Lorre, that's
Right. You could have said Paul Henreid.
Peter Lorre.
Paul Henreid.
Yeah.
And then nobody named the best actor. Let's see if anybody in the chat knows who the best actor in the movie is.
Peter Lorre's
Anybody?
great.
Claude Rains. There you go. Yeah, Conrad Veidt. Well, he spelled Veidt wrong, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Claude Rains.
Conrad Veidt's probably the German guy you were thinking of. He's German.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, Claude Rains is but Conrad Veidt's in it. He's German.
Right.
He plays the German guy.
I was thinking of Peter Lorre.
Yeah. Peter Lorre has 2 R's.
Yeah.
Claude Rains, what was he shocked about?
I can't remember.
He was shocked there was gambling going on. And then when he said that, the guy said, "Here's your winnings." And he said, "Thank you." Gave him a bag of money. That was his winnings. So,
I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a million years.
I'm shocked there's gambling. And then they stole that in Futurama. And Fry said he was shocked about something.
Yeah, I was I was thinking of Wool Mammoth
I only saw Dial M for Murder.
with Peter Lorre. Yeah, he's great in that. That's like one of the first serial killer type movie. That's a Fritz Lang movie. Yeah, that's a good movie. I saw that. Yeah, he's good in that.
See, we're old. We know old movies like Capablanca. All right. So my opponent played Queen Takes Queen. I played Bishop Takes Queen. Now in this position, it may occur to you that I'm a pawn ahead,
Okay, I didn't, but
but I am.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
and that's it. I'm pawn ahead.
all right.
And it says I'm up +7 because I have the 2 bishops, 2 passed pawns. His knights are tripping over each other. Okay, he played Bishop F4, defending his e pawn.
This is a type situation where I'd be flipping out about those knights in my face.
Oh no. Okay, and I played C3 check.
But what if he goes knight?
Then I take it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And if I didn't take it, I would play here. And then it still has nothing.
All right.
He never has anything.
I'm just telling you. That's just.
Well, if he had a queen
I'm not
in
saying
here,
my thinking's correct. It just would.
if
I'd
he
be like
if he
out
had
of
a
my
queen
face.
in here, then you'd be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a queen, my king's pretty safe. Okay. So
Yeah.
he played King G2, Bishop C6. I told you I was going to play Bishop C6 check. Thanks, Wizzawaloo.
Yay.
Lizzawoo.
Thank you, Wizzalawoo.
Lizzaloo. That's right. Happy birthday, Karen.
Thank
Go
you
Karen.
so much.
He played F3, the engine move. Rook A2 check. King H3. Bishop takes F3. This is what they mean by 2 bishops what else. This is what they mean. Rook G1. Bishop takes E5. It's just a mop up. It says I'm plus 53 now. Yeah, I played the right move. Check and then oh, I didn't. That's the knight F3 check is better. It says. Rook check. Knight G6 check. Take now. This knight's hanging. Man, talk about not resigning. And then he resigned here. Yeah, that was one of my better games. I wish I could do a game analysis because I don't think I did anything wrong that